All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the SHOUTcraft America tournament that is, of course, being put together by Jenna Bain and Total Biscuit. Of course, the sponsor for Total Biscuit, basically his own company, is called Cynical Brit. So, you guys, please do me a favor, do the StarCraft 2 community a favor. Go check out their Twitters. Twitter for Jenna Bain is twitter.com/Jenna Bain. Total Biscuit is obviously pretty self-explanatory. Twitter.com/Total Biscuit. Now, these are going to be some amazing games. SHOUTcraft America was a tournament announced by both of these parties. They basically kind of figured, okay, you know, there is the WCS North America, which is not really a North America-focused tournament. It is obviously being put together by Blizzard, but the way they have things set up is pretty freaking ridiculous. It doesn't really give any up-and-coming talent. Doesn't really keep players motivated to be, you know, playing on the ladder and really trying to become the best player that they can in their specific region. Obviously, the region we're speaking here is America, United States, South America, Latin America, anything that has the word America associated with it. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about how the format basically worked. The players had a specific amount of time to be able to ladder on the North American ladder. The top 16 from a specific time frame, I believe, which was right before the reset for the new season of the Grandmaster ladder. 16 players were chosen who were obviously at the top of the ladder. So let's talk about the participants. Let's go ahead and start with Protoss. Hello Kitty, a relatively unknown player, always very highly ranked on the Grandmaster server, used to be on the Team Pulse, and just someone that, you know, honestly is not really getting the right attention in the community. A lot of people think he's just an all-in player. He's very cheesy, doesn't have any specific special or good, I guess, in quotations, any kind of good builds. But he's definitely a player to be looking out for in this tournament. Of course, Minigun, a player with a great deal of ladder experience. Definitely a player that has attended a few offline events. A little bit of nerve issues there for Minigun, of course, but definitely look out for Minigun in this tournament. Of course, another player, Puck. Leia, of course. I'm not really too sure which name she goes by now, but definitely a top-end Protoss player. I would kind of compare Puck and Minigun a little bit to not similar styles. Leia kind of is a little bit more creative. Minigun is a guy that's a little bit more standard. But both of them, of course, en route. We have State, of course, formerly of Quantic, currently teamless. Any team out there, make sure you guys look out for State, who's a very phenomenal North American Protoss, and RSVP, formerly of Complexity again. Took a little bit of a hiatus from StarCraft 2. I'm not too sure if he was focusing on school or doing some other real-life stuff. He's back at it, playing Heart of the Swarm, doing pretty damn good. Now let's talk a little bit about the Terrans. QXC, of course, a guy that is known for having multiple builds. He's the guy that kind of sits down on the computer, opens up a notepad, and really starts to hammer out builds, timings, crisp, just ways to really improve his game and focus very much on that timer in the bottom left side of the screen for StarCraft 2. Of course, Masa, a Korean Terran player. A lot of people out there like to call him the Brown Korean. Definitely a very high mechanical player, of course, part of Root Gaming. Definitely a very good player. Maker, a little bit unknown, formerly of FXO. I think he plays for a Latin team right now. A player that is very aggressive. I would say his TVP is actually one of the best matchups, or one of the better, I guess, American Terran players when it comes to the TV matchup. TVZ is definitely a matchup that he kind of struggles in, but definitely look out for Maker. Neeb, of course, part of FXO, a pretty new name in the community. Not a lot of people know who this guy is, but pretty highly ranked on the American ladder. I know that there's quite a few people out there that have a good amount of respect for Neeb, and they know that he's a pretty good player. So Zenocider, this is a guy I'm actually going to be looking out for. Zenocider is a guy I've known for quite a bit. He was someone that is he's very young. I think he's like 15, 16 years old maybe. Didn't really play that much StarCraft 2, was focusing a lot on school. Of course, coming from a Chinese background, you're slammed down, man. Sit on your desk, start studying, get those A's, or else you're going to get kicked out of the house. So Zenocider is a guy that I'm really looking forward to. He's been playing very good StarCraft. Definitely a top-end Terran player for, I think he was on Quantic Academy, but he's currently teamless as well. So he's definitely someone that I'm really going to be looking forward. Drunken Boy, of course, part of FXO. Another relatively unknown name. Should be kind of interesting to see what he's going to do in this tournament. Now let's look into Zerg. Zergs are a little bit more known players, and Zerg is a race that's not 100% dominated right now in Heart of the Swarm, but at the early stages of the beta, everyone wanted to to play Zerg. We have Hendralisk, of course, recent pickup to Complexity Gaming. Hendralisk, Kane, Ghosty User, Suppy, and Vibe. I mean, do I really need to explain these guys? I would probably say Kane is the least known player here in this Zerg lineup, formerly of Pulse, former teammate of Hello Kitty, of course, who is a Protoss player invited to this tournament or qualified for this tournament. But Kane, a little bit of controversy around him. He was definitely someone known to be a little bit bad-mannered, didn't really respect a lot of his players. He's definitely trying to change that approach that people have of him in this community. So he's definitely a very good player. I think he was maybe top 5 or top 6 in the qualification process of this tournament. Of course, Ghosty User, formerly of Complexity. Moving on to Millennium. Suppy, Evil Genius's Suppy, of course. He used to be on Check 6, got picked up as an up-and-coming American player, of course. Very good local Bay Area person here. So shout outs to Suppy. Hope you do well in this tournament, man. And Vibe. So Vibe, of course, WCS American champion, part of Root Gaming. Very highly mechanical player. And I mean that's kind of the whole list of the participants that are going to be playing in this tournament. So let's talk a little about the group stages. Group A, we have Puck, Vibe, Maker, Minigun. Group B, Ghosty User, Hendralisk, Drunken Boy, and Neeb. Group C, Kane, Masa, Suppy, and Hello Kitty. In Group D, of course, we have State, QXC, Zenicider, and RSVP. So Group A has a Zerg, 2 Protoss, and a Terran. Group B, 2 Zergs, 2 Terran. Group C, 2 Zergs, 1 Terran, 1 Protoss. That's going to be a little bit of an interesting group, just because these players are going to have to practice against basically every single matchup. And of course, Group D, we have 2 Protoss and 2 Terrans. So guys, make sure you check out this tournament. Honestly, I'm very excited for this. These are going to be some, they may not be the most highly anticipated games in terms of skill, but I can guarantee you one thing, that these guys have been working their ass off on the North American ladder, trying to get the top 16. They've been playing so many games. There is a big list of some favorites in this tournament, but make sure you definitely check it out. I think the games start May 5th, which are going to be broadcasted directly onto Total Biscuit's channel. I think it's twitch.tv/Total Biscuit. Him, Day9, and Husky, of course, will be bringing you guys the StarCraft 2 commentary, and the finals will be happening with Axlab, of course, who is a Major League Gaming caster. So anyway, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this little bit of an introduction. I didn't really talk too much about, my predictions or anything like that. I don't really like to predict until the actual games start happening. So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. Make sure you click the subscribe button onto my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for SHOUTcraft America, because I guarantee you these games are going to be freaking awesome. So that's going to do it. Stay safe. Good luck. This is Promise, and I'm signing out.